Hello everybody, welcome to another segment of Cooking with Mario. My name is Mario DiMartino. I own the Newburgh Deli in Nazareth, and we have a brand new exciting location in Easton, Pennsylvania, 2600 William Penn Highway, right across from the high school. Love to see you come on in. Today's episode is a fun episode. It's one of the world's favorite foods I'm going to make for you today. It's nothing new in respects to the category, but we're going to put a Newburgh Deli twist on it, and we're going to add some local folklore to it, and we're going to jazz up your favorite fun food, Friday night food, football food, pizza with the Newburgh Deli. Today we're going to talk about two different kind of pizzas. One is the bruschetta pizza, and the other one is the local German pizza here in Pennsylvania. I hope you stay tuned for this great episode to show you how to make this great product.
Hi, I'm Joseph Elias, founder of Elias Market, featuring a wide selection of international food items and the freshest produce at the lowest prices.
Elias Markets in Allentown and Bethlehem are filled with an ever-changing variety of just-picked fruits and vegetables, tender meats, and deli products. Choose from aisles of international and hard-to-find food and household items. But don't take our word for it. Stop in and see for yourself.
IRS problems? Corvino and Verwise, local specialists in tax controversies, has your solution. Save time and money. Never talk to the IRS again. Call today for a free consultation.
These two pizza concepts I'm going to talk to you about, one of them was born centuries ago in Italy, the bruschetta pizza, which is a very unique blend of tomatoes and herbs. The other one is the local German pizza, but we're going to put a twist to it today in that I'm going to bring something to the table to make the product a little more exciting, a little more local, and a little more indigenous to Newburgh Deli. And that is, I'm going to create for you today a deep dish French crust baguette bread recipe pizza. Absolutely to die for. You know, many years ago, about 9 years ago, my wife and I desired to be in the restaurant business, and we moved. We couldn't afford a restaurant here in Pennsylvania because the prices were astronomical. The economy was different. If you wanted to buy a restaurant or pizzeria, it was exorbitant. So we moved, believe it or not, our whole family to the country of Panama, where it was a little more affordable. It was really an exotic trip. It was something I wanted to do. I packed the whole wife and kids up. We moved to the western frontier of Panama in a little village called Boquete, and we set up Mario's Ristorante. And I teamed up with a man down there by the name of Pierre from France, who was a tremendous baker. And this man made the most incredible baguette French bread you've ever had. And I said to Pierre, you know, I would love to make a pizza with your recipe. Would you help me? So he tutored me a bit, and we were able to nail down a recipe for French crust baguette pizza. And we started to sell these pizzas in a brick oven in Mario's Ristorante, and they came from everywhere. Needless to say, the place was successful, and we built quite the following in the folklore, and it was a super unique pizza. You know, nothing against other pizzerias, but maybe sometimes you step out of the box and you want to make something that's a little unique for your family or something different. Today's product is the deep dish French crust baguette pizza. So I take these personal pans here, I line them with a little bit of shortening, if you will, and I take this secret dough recipe. I can't really share it with you. You're going to kind of have to figure it out yourself, but when you figure it out, it'll work great for you. You're going to take the dough, and you're going to make it room temperature after you've made it and proofed it and kneaded it. You're going to put it in this little 8-inch pizza shell, pizza case, and then we're gonna gently roll that pizza in that round case, and this keeps it formed. You don't have to go through the whole gyrations of being, you know, Joe New York City pizza flipper. You could be Susie Homemaker, have fun with this product. Okay, the first one is we're going to make the German pizza. Now the German pizza is not really from Germany. The folklore has it that back in 1948 or 49, there was a bar on the south side of Easton, Pennsylvania, Northampton County, and they used to serve great cheesesteaks. And in that process, they also had little, pizzas in the back room, And this fella came in who wasn't Italian. He was a local Pennsylvania Dutchman. And he said, hey, Guido, you know, that, I'm assuming that's the shop owner's name. He said, what's the probability of you putting some cheesesteak, you know, in your pizza? And he said, well, you know, I never heard that before. We said, well, give it a try. So they took a little cheesesteak meat, you know, and they sauteed it up with some steak, a little fried onions, okay? And they worked it. Then they came back and they made a traditional pizza where they got the pizza shell, or in that case it's probably a large New York style pizza. They put a little base of cheese first. Little base of cheese. Then they got the bistecca. They went in with the bistecca. You want very tender, high-grade steak to make this product. We do this at the deli, and people are really raving about the quality of this introductory product. We go back to a little bit more mozzarella cheese. It just makes everything taste good, mozzarella. Okay? One of the secret ingredients on this is, believe it or not, is these banana peppers. Now they come large rings. I don't like it when they're large, so I make them a little fine. I'm kind of into the, pardon the pun, the finery of things. So I put the banana peppers diced real fine. I go back to the raw onion factor again. Got to have that raw onion in there. Don't worry about, you know, the pungentness of raw onion. The oven will cook it off. It'll make it nice. Okay? And then after that, a little bit of seasoning. And she is ready to go right in the oven. Our first little product. Look how fast that was to make that at the Newburgh Deli. Our second pizza, folks, is going to be the bruschetta pizza. You know, the bruschetta pizza, I forgot to oil this pan here, so I'm going to put a little bit of shortening in there to lubricate it to ensure that it's going to come off. Okay? The bruschetta pizza is really a nice combination of, again, sauce, cheese, herbs, and the sorts. You know, it's funny, pizza, you know, we're here in America, we have all kinds, and the pizzas in America are incredible. I've lived in Italy, and I could say they're great, but I think pizza in America is actually better. We've had the license to step out of the box, and with the entrepreneurial spirit of Americans, along with the creativity of the melting pot, we've made tremendous strides in creating unique pizzas. You know, the word pizza, it's funny, in Italian, means pie. So if you go into a restaurant and say, hey, Guido, you know, let me have a pizza pie. In essence, you're saying, let me have a pie. It's kind of funny, you know, when we talk about, you know, language and culture. So in this case, we're going to make the bruschetta pizza. And it's kind of like a white pie in that it's devoid of a red sauce. In this case over here, I had the red sauce for the first German pizza, which is really a crushed tomato. You want to make it salsa alla crude, meaning you want raw sauce. That's a secret to a good pizza sauce. Never cook a pizza sauce. You kill it. And you don't want all these green Christmas tree herbs and everything in there. Keep it very light. A little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar. Key ingredient, dry basil, very lightly in there. So as we make this next pizza, we're going to put that in the pan. We're going to try to, again, roll it up and make that crust for this bruschetta. The bruschetta pizza incorporates a couple other things that we didn't do in the German, and that was we put a base of beautiful olive oil on the bottom. You don't have to really rub it through, just make it generically in there. And then we're going to give it a small base of the mozzarella. Very easy pizza to make, small base of the mozzarella. The secret ingredient here is the ricotta, okay? Fresh ricotta, I use this one brand around here I just love. It's so silky. Make sure you put enough in there to make it stand out because you don't want someone to think it's just a Mott's pizza. This is really a unique blend of Italian favorites. Mozzarella, ricotta, the crust obviously. Then we're going to push that German stuff aside for a minute. Wipe your tools off. And we're going to, a little bit of fresh onion. Nope, no onion in this pizza. My bad. Okay, basil is our key. That's our next ingredient on this secret bruschetta pizza. Fresh basil, Makes the atmosphere smell good. I didn't mean anybody that doesn't like basil. Don't forget our fresh diced tomatoes that are in there. Fresh diced tomatoes. Be generous with the tomatoes because we're lacking a sauce. We need some sort of hydration, liquid product in there, if you will, to take away the heavy starchiness of the product. Okay, now we're going to get this little trusty jigger here that I have, if I can get it loose, and that's got that fresh pulverized garlic. I mean, that's really a key there. Fresh pulverized garlic. If you like garlic, add as much as you want. Small, finely diced onions that I had prepared for this pizza. Small, finely diced onions for this pizza. A little bit of a secret ingredient right here is this, you know, my chefs at the restaurant call this the kiss of Mario. It's this Newburgh Deli oil. It's organic. It's from Avellino, Italy. I put it on everything. I just love it. It just zips up the flavor and every little bit of organic oil, special seasoning, SPG combination like that. And folks, she is literally ready for the oven such as this. We're going to go in the oven with that one, and we're going to see in 30 seconds or a minute, or excuse me, in 10 minutes how these pizzas are doing after we take a break. I want to thank the sponsors at Elias Market who've been just so generous to the Newburgh Deli. You got to stop and see their new showcase. They've literally doubled their store in capacity with all the new fixtures and produce. It is an incredible place. And Corvino and Verwise up in Wing Gap, your tax specialist. Thank you so much for sponsoring.
Hi, I'm Joseph Elias, founder of Elias Market, featuring a wide selection of international food items and the freshest produce at the lowest prices.
Elias Markets in Allentown and Bethlehem are filled with an ever-changing variety of just-picked fruits and vegetables. Tender meats and deli products. Choose from aisles of international and hard-to-find food and household items. But don't take our word for it. Stop in and see for yourself.
IRS problems? Corvino and Verwise, local specialists in tax controversies, has your solution. Save time and money. Never talk to the IRS again. Call today for a free consultation.
Another thing that's unique about the Newburgh Deli pizza process is that it's not just stuck in a pan, we pull it out and put it on your table. You know, we take the pizza out of the partially cooked cradle that it's in, you know, in this case the 8-inch pan, and then we gingerly pull it out of the shell, its crucible if you will, and then we get the little pizza doohickey, I don't know what you call it, a spatula, pizza turner, and we put that product partially cooked back in there, so we get the, you know, the stuff in the middle that tends to be, you know, too hydrated, make your pizza droopy if you will, spill in your lap. We're going to fix that by evaporating those juices, making the bottom partially crispy, and then you have a more pleasurable pizza experience. So we're going to wait about 6 minutes altogether. It's like a 12-minute process per pizza, and we take them out. And our next stage to this process is plating it up and bringing someone an exciting pizza. Hey, a German pizza for $6.99 that has steak on it and all these nice ingredients. 2 people can split it. I mean, we're talking an inexpensive meal here. And then the cheese pizza, we have just plain cheese and cheese and sauce is $4.99. And we have pepperoni, add 50 cents. And then the bruschetta is also $6.99. So these are affordable pizzas. Husband and wife or a couple kids can split up. And I just love this product. It's a simple food, and you know, people are raving about the taste. And I think it's that French crust. You know, we're so accustomed to like a heavy gluten process. This has less gluten if you're kind of gluten conscious. You know, and the crust is crispier. If you like baguette or French, you know, bread mixture, we have a fabulous taste to it. Okay, folks, now for the final step, we're going to take out that removed pizza from the 8-inch deep crust shell tray, and we're gonna plate up some pizza real quick. Okay, the first one's that German pizza. Look how pretty that came out, folks. Isn't that nice looking? Isn't that swell? You got the steak, the hot peppers, the now cooked onions, that beautiful pizza sauce, French deep dish baguette, very filling, very tasty. You're gonna absolutely love it, folks. In this case, you can get a large cleaver knife. You can just pinch it. You know, if you don't have a pizza cutter home, no problem. That's what I'm showing you this with the pincher knife, and just for it. You give it a flip a little bit, like that. Nice little foretop there. Perfect. Now you're going to get your trusty paddle. Sorry about that. Now you're going to get your trusty paddle, and we're going to put it right into the basket ready for use. We've got a gorgeous German pizza, Newburgh Deli style, Lehigh Valley specialty favorite. Gonna wipe off. The next one's coming out is that famous bruschetta pizza. The bruschetta pizza, Italian style with the ricotta, the garlic, the onions, the basil. Major slice of heaven. Major slice of heaven. Again, we're going to do that crispy. I'm going to rock the knife a little bit. Give it a slight spin. You should smell this basil and garlic with that olive oil and slight seasoning. Oh my word, it fills the whole store up when people come in and say, "What's that smell?" That's what you're looking for. You know that old-time deli smell from New York or Philly when you came in, they had that cheese is hanging, the salamis and the hot peppers, and you just don't get that anymore. This is a little bit of that, and you've got to try that. We're going to see about slipping this one back onto the tray here so we can plate this one up nice for the people out front. They're going to love it. Husband and wife split this for $8, $9 with a drink. Finalize it with a little bit of that beautiful oil on both of them. Believe it or not, the German pizza actually can get a little bit of oil for flavor. And we've got these two gorgeous deep dish French crust baguette pizzas brought to you by Unique Recipes from Newburgh Deli. I'm Mario, chef and cook at Newburgh Deli, and your friend in the neighborhood. Come on by and see us sometime. And we thank you so much for the sponsors, Elias Markets and Corvino and Verwise up there in Wind Gap, your tax specialist. I wish you the very best. I look forward to seeing you next episode. God bless you, and God bless America.
Enter to win 2 free tickets March 2nd and grab your Mickey ears and get ready for the ultimate Disney experience at Disney on Ice. Be charmed by a cast of over 50 with the Master of Ceremonies, Mickey Mouse, Sweetheart Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, and Disney princesses including Cinderella, Rapunzel, Ariel, Snow White, and more. You can win these free 2 tickets for March 9th at the PPL Center. Go to 2freeticketslv.com. On this segment, we're talking about WFYL 1180 AM, a radio station that I believe the Lord has brought into being for this country's sake as well as for spreading the good news. And I'm here with the owners of the station, and Al and Susan Locke, right? And thank you guys for not only for being with us on this segment, but for what you're doing. Tell us a little bit about the background here. Maybe you start, Susan, with, how did it come to be? I mean, you have a radio station here. It's an AM station, but, what's the theme of the station?
Well, thank you, Art. The theme of the station, it's a Christian station, conservative news talk. We call ourselves WFYL, working for your liberty and things that matter.
See, I love that slogan, and I love the theme song when I hear it about liberty in America. And, you don't hear that as much anymore, like we should, because America means something.
Right. Our tagline is the new voice of freedom in the Delaware Valley.
Well, and so in the new voice of freedom in the Delaware Valley, and how did this come to be? I mean, did you guys wake up one day and say, we're going to be in the, you have a history of radio?
I will defer.
I was going to ask Al.
Well, I especially, I guess Susan will emphasize that, am concerned about the country and the way the country's going. And we ran a Christian newsletter, Christian Coalition Associated newsletter in Delaware County for probably 12 years. But it occurred to me there might be an easier way instead of mailing out 2,000 envelopes, mailers. Maybe we could get a radio station. And so I looked into it, located this radio station. Well, the price of this was like $2.7 million. It's way, way out of our range. But on the other hand, after 5 years of waiting and getting qualified and everything to be a viable bidder and everything, have the financial backing, which the Lord provided at the last minute.
Why is it always the last minute? But isn't that the truth, right?
That's the way God works. That's my historical observations. Yes.
Well, it's true, because He wants us to step out by faith, and He knows He's going to back it because you're backing Him.
We do a lot of praying, that's for sure. This is the Lord's station. We turn it over to Him. And He's basically saved us again and again. And made it all possible. We got some tremendous people.
One of the purposes of this segment is we want to encourage people that are seeing it for whatever reason. If they haven't listened, they need to tune in. If they can be a part of it, they should. I'm asking them to also consider becoming a financial part of sustaining this kind of a station. And they can do that by advertising or just by making gifts or donations. But Susan, what's the best part of this for you? I mean, we all know that without a good woman, nothing really works. And I know the Lord used you just as much. Now, Al has the technical background as well as the Lord gave him a vision. But how do you, I know you have a passion for the Lord and what goes on here.
I do, and I have to say it was my husband's vision to do this, not mine, and I kind of reluctantly came along, I reluctantly came along.
Yeah, but you are backing it, though.
Definitely. At a little ways into it, I realized that the Lord was saying, I'm entrusting this to you, and that's a totally different thing.
Yeah, totally different.
Totally different, and it really is a joy. I have to say, it's an adventure every day. We get to meet the most wonderful people every day. We have people recording in the studio right now for our veterans program. A gentleman who served and knows Dick Winters, and every day we meet wonderful people like this. And the Lord keeps giving us ideas, giving Kim ideas for new programs. So we're excited about it. The station was in existence for 6 years before we bought it. The previous owner had a stroke and was bedridden for a year. That the price plunged, and
to 1/10 of what it was.
Yeah, 1/10 of what it was. So that enabled us to be able to purchase it. But it's been quite an adventure.
So how can people get involved? Obviously, number one, if you're in the area, and the area is growing as far as the reach of the station. But right now, as we're doing this segment, the reach is, what would you call it? Philadelphia, Norristown?
Yes, Norristown, definitely the whole area, whole of Montgomery County. Beyond that, we go to New Jersey. Our signal reaches Lebanon, depending on the atmospheric conditions, below Philadelphia. Now, it is a little weak because of all the buildings and aerial lines and everything in a lot of the areas. But on the other hand, we're streams. A lot of people, stream us, listen via computer or their cell phones.
So how do they get the stream? They go to WFYL, or 1180WFYL.com, is it?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll put that'll be on the bottom here of the screen.
We get listeners from around the world. We get wonderful messages.
That's the beautiful thing about today, and I know you have thousands of people tuning in via the internet, not mentioning the ones that are local. So now there's opportunities to grow this. I know that there's opportunities to put translators in that'll reach up to the Allentown, Bethlehem area, maybe out to Reading, Lancaster, right?
Yes, we're actively investigating that. If we could get some aid from some of our listeners, we could do that. There's a big push right now. The FCC is enabling us to get translators and locate them in our current listening area, but they're FM, so they have a much better clarity of sound and everything.
Which all we need there's a little bit more money to buy all that stuff, right? So, it's time for people to get involved. And if somebody's listening to this, I want to encourage them to become actively involved in helping you guys, because this is about the country. The Lord has you on a path here. This is an amazing time in history. You're doing it. It's here. It's up and running. It's ready. We need people to sponsor. We need people to be part of the programs. And most of all, if they just want to be, if they're a business person and they recognize that this is a great way to give into something, this is an opportunity for them to give.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, so we want to do that. And anything we're leaving out that you'd like to comment on when it comes to what the station is about, what your objective is, what your goal is, and just leave us with a final thought on what people should be thinking when they're thinking about WFYL 1180 AM.
We're into launching new programs. You might, as I was, upset at the current news media, the TV, radio. You tune into one, you tuned into another station, they all seem to be saying the same thing, repeating each other. Well, we're not like that. We've come up with 20 different separate programs, mostly Christian orientated. We suggested and helped the American Pastors Network launch a Sunday morning program from 11 to 12. And essentially it's gone to 150 stations now. We launched Stand in the Gap today, a daily program, weekday from 12 to 1. It's to 20 stations now.
Giving news and information from a biblical and constitutional.
People like Laura Ingram on.
We have Laura Ingram every day from 9 to noon. We have Phil Valentine from 1 to 3. Al mentioned the Pastors Program, Stand in the Gap today at noon every day. Dana Lash is on. I don't know if I got the times right, but Dana Lash and Scott Adams and Leonora Cravoda are on from 6 to 7 in the morning out of Philadelphia. They do a wonderful job.
Tremendous new talent from Philadelphia.
Yes, excellent. We are appreciating the talent the Lord is bringing in and raising up at this time, and giving us a chance to spotlight and highlight these people is a wonderful opportunity.
Southeast Pennsylvania has traditionally been the keystone state where the ideas, the pens, religious liberty, the Constitution, Declaration of Independence,
Right, it's a lot of things. So wrapping it up, we're out of time, but final word, they just need to call in, go online, become a part of this. Any final comment? We're praying for them.
We would ask for prayer, first of all, and then for people to listen. And if you like what you hear, then if you consider supporting our station in one way or another, advertising, we'd be glad to advertise your company, your events, whatever.
Okay, well, thank you guys. And I encourage you. This is WFYL 1180 AM. Don't miss your opportunity. This is an opportunity to get involved in a special vision, a special program, something that God is doing right here in our community.
Working for your liberty right here in Philadelphia. Broadcasting freedom, shining light throughout the tri-state area. Streaming freedom, shining light from Philly to the nations. 1180 shining forth, we are the Freedom Station. WFYL.
Enter to win 2 free tickets to the amazing Harlem Globetrotters at the PPL Center on March 2nd. The ultimate in basketball performance will entertain you and your family with unforgettable memories. You can win these 2 free tickets for March the 9th at the PPL Center. Go to 2freeticketslv.com.
Hi, Nick here from Mountain Mattress. I'm here at the Eclipse factory in North Brunswick, New Jersey. Eclipse makes all their mattresses by order for you. So anytime you order a mattress from Mountain Mattress, you'll know that your mattress is made and dated from the day we deliver it to you. That extends the warranty on your mattress. That's a very important feature. But also, all the mattresses are handmade, bench built by the textile workers of America. So you know, and the important word there is America. Everything's USA made. So anytime you want to buy a mattress from Mountain Mattress, you're going to get a handmade, 2-order, bench-built mattress, especially for you. I want to thank you for shopping at Mountain Mattress, where the customer is always on top.
Enter to win 2 free tickets on March 18th to hear Lee Brice, a country music singer who started his career in 2007. Over the years, Brice has released some eternal hits, which you can hear live in this performance. You can win these 2 free tickets for March 18th at the PPL Center. Go to 2freeticketslv.com.